we are a small company based out of Ghaziabad in UP. And so our company is into primarily into cooling solutions. So we have 900 installations across India and about 100 installations in 12 to 15 countries. And both of these installations are based on solar. And one of the key feature of these installations is that they are based on thermal energy storage. So they store energy in the form of thermal energy, which is your phase change materials. So as a company, we have about right now 7 patents and about 50 channel partners. So few of our key customers are Indian Army. We work with Indian Army at India-China border, Kashmir and Arunachal Pradesh, and then also US Department of Agriculture. So, we can discuss about, so today I would like to discuss primarily on thermal energy storage and the advantages of that. So, and why we require this kind of a technology for cold storages. So as you might be aware, one of the main challenge for cold storages or milk cooler, both of them, one of the main challenges intermittent power. So villages doesn't have reliable power, and the end user tend to use diesel generator to operate these mission critical applications. Thermal energy storage is one of a nice alternative to diesel generators. It doesn't, and also, so in fact, it is also much better than electrical batteries like lithium ion. So here I have highlighted a few key advantages of thermal storage over lithium ion batteries. Doesn't catch fire, eco-friendly. It has absolutely no degradation in capacity, and much cheaper, and then very high discharge rates. So discharge rates means that, so we call it hybrid ICE technology, where both thermal storage and compressor works in tandem. And this is one cooling curve which I would like to highlight in the case of milk. If a milk cooler is operated with compressor and or electrical battery, then the cooling typically takes 3 hours, which is the ISO standard. But the same cooling, if done with the same compressor, but along with thermal storage, then cooling happens within less than 1.5 hours, and which essentially translates to faster cooling and higher quality. And it also augments as an additional pre-cooling reserve in pre-cooling conditions required for cold storages. So these kind of solutions, they eliminate the need of diesel generator. They work similar to your home inverter without need of electrical batteries. And the cooling autonomy which these solutions can provide is in the range of 24 hours to 2 days. So 24 to 48 hours, if there is no grid available, these systems will automatically provide cooling without any user intervention. And the same technology we have integrated with solar, where solar is the primary source. Solar is only available for 8 hours. So balance the duration, thermal storage provides cooling. And so this is the basic architecture where solar powers compressor charges thermal storage, and thermal storage provides the cooling, either for cold storage or milk cooler. So in this particular application, so thermal storage in particularly for cold storages can be used for multiple different temperature ranges. So 4 to 20 is typically meant for vegetables, 2 to 15 for fruits, -2 is meant for fish application, and -22 is for frozen application. And one of the key feature of these systems is that you can also have multiple chambers where the same energy storage is shared. So same energy storage is providing cooling in all the different chambers. So this is an example of same technology being applied for milk coolers. We do have installations with companies like Parag, Amul, Saras, Nandini, Purbi Dairy, and We have done about 10 installations with Kenya, KCC, which is the largest area of Kenya. So the potential business use cases. Yes, can someone mute? Their voice is coming.
Yes, extremely sorry for it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. There can be multiple applications for cold storage at the farm gate. So I have highlighted few of them. From a producer side, they can aggregate and sell to larger consumption hubs. It will also reduce the transportation cost if they sell it in bulk. They can avoid selling during low price periods. They can store to get higher prices during festive seasons. And then there are a lot of diversification possibilities are there, like ripening, fruit procurement from other locations. For a processor side, we have seen applications in cost-effective management of the processing team, store and process for a longer time. So there are a couple of different applications which we have seen in cold storages. This few slides highlight the different temperature conditions which is required for cold storages. So this is a table which we took from ASHRAE handbook, and what we realized is that most of the commodities need to be stored at 0 to 2 degrees Celsius. But unfortunately, especially in solar cold storages, the temperature which is currently being used is 4 degrees Celsius. So as a company, we are always educating the end user that 0 to 2 degrees Celsius is a very critical application because, for example, the grape, the shelf life reduces by 4 to 5 times just by changing the temperature from 2 to 10 degree. Also, if you notice, a lot of vegetables are sensitive to ethylene. Lot of vegetables have very low ethylene production, right? So, and few produce ethylene. So you cannot store all of them in the same chamber. So you require multi-chamber. So this is that is the requirement for multi-chamber cold storage. And this is the one use case or a photograph which we have done in Baramulla in Kashmir, where there are 2 chambers, one meant for apple and second for plum. So these commodities cannot be stored in the same chamber. These systems also come with remote monitoring feature. So the temperature and the other conditions can be monitored. They can be saved, and if required, alert can be sent through SMS or email. So we have very recently, solar cold storage came into the national guidelines of Ministry of Agriculture, and Ministry of Renewable Energy also published their own guidelines, and they came about 1 month apart. So thermal backup or cooling autonomy is mentioned is about 2 days minimum. The temperature range has to be 0 to 20 degree, which is primarily based on for the needs of fruits and vegetable, and then multi-chamber, multi-temperature zones are required. And if there are multi-chamber, then energy need to be shared between all chambers. This is the cost norms by NCCD/MIDH for the new policy. So very interesting to note that conventional cold storage is 5 lakh rupees. And they have also included cold storage with thermal storage or thermal backup. So we believe that this is a kind of a solution which makes sense for rural India, where grid is not reliable. And with this kind of a solution, they can completely eliminate the diesel generator and reduce their operating expenses. And then the last option is solar cold storages, where it is about 20 lakhs. And these are meant for standalone cold rooms, for collection aggregation centers, and even for pack houses. So these are a few examples how these systems look. This is the equipment room where we have a thermal storage battery. And so this is a particular installation which we have done at National Horticulture Board headquarters in Gurgaon, which also houses the headquarters of NCCD. And this is a role model cold storage for them. So there's also a demonstration project for them. So this is this is a 10 metric ton system with anti-room and two chambers. So we do work with US Department of Agriculture a lot in Africa. And this is one example with them. So we work in Kenya and Malawi region, especially for onion and sweet potato commodities. And all of these systems are based with thermal storage solution. This is another example where in rural FPOs in Bihar are taking the advantage of thermal storage, where these systems are installed in village, and their monthly revenue or monthly profit, I would say, monthly profit is more than ₹1 lakh a month. Another example where the FPO, one of the main challenge for FPO is market linkage. So in Rourkela, one new initiative came where FPO of a village was given land in a sabji mandi of Rourkela, and they got a solar cold storage setup, and now they are competing with Reliance of the world. So about 5 installations are done there, and the update I got from them was that each one of them is generating about 15 lakh of monthly revenue, and daily prices are provided here. So in this particular case, they have multiple chambers, one meant for fruits, another meant for vegetables, and third meant for dairy commodities. This is an example of army where we work with. So a lot of people ask us why Ladakh. Ladakh is already cold. So this is a all-weather cold storage off-grid, and this system do heating in winters to prevent commodities to get freeze, and so they maintain at 2 degrees Celsius. In summer season, they do cooling and maintain at 2 degrees Celsius. So depending on whether the temperature of outside is frozen or high, this system maintains 2 degrees Celsius inside with thermal storage. So there's another example from Nagaland where people are using it for tea leaves. Vaccine is another example. It's the oldest installation from us, about 7-year-old installation. And India's largest solar cold storage done in Gujarat. And my last slide, where these systems are also used for organic pulses. Thanks.